Hello and welcome back to another D&D video, folks. Last we left off, the party had made their way out of Gloom Refuge, and Annie had somehow lost her hand due to deciding to sleep in a net. I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, welcome back to this episode of Adventus Exitum.
Woo!
Also, we now have our missing player, however, are currently missing two players.
But they're different ones this time.
Literally one step forward, two steps back.
Yep, pretty much.
Either way, I'm gonna kill that fucking robot. I mean, what?
Come on,
You're gonna have
use
to beat the rest of us to it.
Anyway. That is our little flashback, I guess we'll call it. Let's go ahead and get you guys over to, let's see here. Is this the man? Okay. We'll move you guys on over to here, we'll say.
Oh, things are changing. Oh, wait. What?
Because you just woke up and had Annie regrow her hand with your Ring of Regeneration. Also, since you're now here to give a proper introduction to your character other than just, here is Sakura, she's a tiefling cleric, her player is not here right now. Describe what the audience would know about your character.
Okay, so not my character's name is Sakura Zaloth. I am a tiefling, trickster cleric, as mentioned. I'm about 5'6" without the horns. Kind of wine red skin, dark eyes that have kind of like pinky sparkles in them. Have little baby deer antlers instead of the traditional tiefling horns. Have a pretty cool tattoo that can kind of move around my body. It does different things. It's pretty neat. I'm kind of reserved when it comes to most things, but if you make me mad, then you'll know it. And that's Sakura.
I suspect that might be similar in real life.
Yeah.
If you make her mad, you'll know it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not an especially angry person, but you'll know it if I am. Oh, and I'm also best friends with the Dragonborn Paladin. It's like the single most important thing to know about my character.
Which probably would have been obvious last session if she had been here.
Oh yeah, it'll be very obvious this session.
She would have been chapped last session. She was here. Don't worry.
I don't know, Emily, do you approve of how I handled Sakura from what you saw of the one video that is out right now?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that you handled her.
Okay.
Handled her pretty accurately.
All right. Anyway.
I probably just would have done a couple more handshakes if it had been me present.
Note to self, add more handshakes. Anyway.
Always more handshakes.
You have just woken up, regrown Annie's hand. She decided to sleep in a net. So, what are you doing?
Are beyond your understanding.
I'm probably cooking breakfast with whatever I have obtained at this point.
Would you go out and forage?
Yes.
I'm sleeping.
All right.
Still.
Yeah.
Go
I would
ahead
probably wake up.
and roll survival.
Alrighty.
I'll help with that.
Yep, that'd be a good idea then. Let me roll again then. Yeah, that's a lot better.
Hey.
We don't all starve.
Huh, that is strange.
That
Yeah.
would be a 19 in total.
Interesting. What happened here? Hang on a second. Something's not working. Hang on.
I'm hanging on.
Oh, okay. So it's only when... Okay, so the 3D dice are only on my end. Oh well. I guess the audience will just have to deal with not seeing the rolls, I guess. Oh well. So, you got a 7 and a 19, and Sakura's helping, so that is the 19.
So yeah, I'm looking for all the funky looking stuff to make me a very nice stew of
All
all
right.
my rotten meat.
All right.
I'm just carrying around.
You find some nice mushrooms and manage to dig up some tubers that you think look edible. And yeah.
Yep, so I take that all back. I basically go over to the robot and grab one of his frying pans and start trying to make me either a souffle or something. I doubt he has a giant pan of any kind.
Don't you need an oven for a souffle?
I am the oven. I got
Not
my
if you
hand.
get
it
a
in a
nat
Dutch
20
oven.
on your cooking roll.
You can actually make an angel food cake in a Dutch oven, but it doesn't come out poofy.
Huh.
Or
Well, then
was
is
the
it really
fact
an
that
angel
we
cake?
used root beer instead of water because that's all we had. Yeah, it was a night. The podcast.
Chad
Oh, now
Crabman, you're cooking.
Yes.
Roll straight wisdom and, yeah, I guess just wisdom. Just roll wisdom.
That's some damn good stew or souffle.
Yep,
whatever the hell I'm
19.
making.
Did we lose the paladin?
What?
Your like profile
wait.
picture thing isn't up there anymore.
No, or wait, yeah, it's... Okay, that's weird.
he's
Oh,
back.
it's back now.
You unback.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure you were still there.
That's fair.
But, you somehow make a good souffle with,
No
no
oven.
method of making a souffle.
With only root beer.
Yes. I am a Chad. I don't require your puny logic.
I made a souffle using only root beer and mushrooms I found from the floor.
That's when a nat 20 will get you.
Okay, I will say though, what's Calixtus doing?
We were at camp. They wanted to sleep over. They wanted to like spend more time here. Calixtus is anxious. He feels like we have spent so much time down here, and he knows the demons are up to things. He just wants to keep moving. Like every time they stop, he's been like impatiently pacing or trying to urge people to get ready to go sooner. I mean, and every day that goes by down here, it's a little more palatable, almost like he is having a physical reaction.
I'm gonna say at this point I'm probably still asleep, but curled up at your feet.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, after having your dead hand amputated and regrown.
Yeah,
Yes.
just kind of sleeping that off, but I'm still kind of sticking to you.
Also,
Leaving
who
that
is the ring given back to?
Well, am I still radiated?
That's long been regrown.
Regrown?
Do I
As
still have it on
it
me?
wasn't that you were radioactive; it was that
There's your
it
bone marrow
killed
destroyed.
everything in your body. Kind of.
Okay. So I'm good now.
So do I
Yeah.
still have the ring on
Okay.
me then while I'm sleeping?
Unless,
Probably if it hadn't
yeah.
been removed.
I
Yeah.
don't think it has one. Okay, so I'm just kind of curled in a ball with that still.
All right.
Well, I am going to walk over to the paladin. Are you like sitting down or standing up? Calixtus.
At this point, so she would have been sleeping like at my feet, so I probably wouldn't want to wake her. So I probably like gently sort of sat up trying deliberately not to disturb her, but I'm probably looking slightly bewildered at what to do with the fox girl sleeping like at my feet, and so I probably just am sitting there looking slightly confused.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna come over and sit down next to not as close to the paladin as I can get, but just kind of like next to him.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna ask, can you tell where he is now?
And he looks thoughtful for a moment, like he's searching inside of himself. And then Calixis silently nods yes, and he sort of like points, but he moves his finger like around a little bit, like he's gesturing like that way-ish. Because I've got a general sense of where hierarchy is at all times, but I don't know the exact location.
West and upwards.
Yep.
Okay.
Which makes
So
sense,
above
'cause
ground.
we are downward. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are downward, so everything is upward.
So, not in the Underdark with us. Okay, cool.
Probably best, because this is a scary enough place.
You sense the direction changing rapidly and hear heavy footfalls circling your camp.
Suddenly
I'm
meteors
currently
rain from the sky.
1,826 meters from your location and approaching rapidly. Direction's
Take a
not
left.
changing. It's coming straight down at an angle.
It's like Pokemon. A wild demon lord has appeared.
Damn it! The
I
whole
get
party
out
looks
my-
around. Oh,
I get out my Master Ball and I catch him, and he becomes my familiar.
the boss
That's
is
the power
never
of the
good as a
Master Ball.
playable character, though.
Never.
So, after that, I'm just gonna say, like, I'm gonna kind of just, like, look away and, like, look thoughtful for a minute. I'm gonna say, how much longer do you think it would be worth it to stay down here? Because we've been here for quite a while, and obviously I know there were some distractions, and that kind of took us away from our main goal. But I don't know. I can't help but wonder. There's no guarantee that this would necessarily even work, and I know, at least personally, I've been starting to get a little restless, shall we say.
Yeah,
Don't know
Calixtus nods in agreement as you talk, and he says, I've thought of that, but what I'm even more concerned about is, it's taken us weeks to get here. How long is it going to take us to get back to the surface? We might miss months of activity above ground with a new demon lord on the loose and the crazy events we've already seen. Are we even going to recognize the world we return to?
It's fair enough of a question. I think we should probably mention this to the others, because obviously, we came down here for a purpose, to try to get weapons to better defeat hierarchy. But I feel like, just kind of going off of what you said, if it reaches a point where so much damage has been caused that it's almost irreversible, if not completely irreversible, then I don't think it was necessarily worth it just for some slightly better weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree. But at the same time, we finally have what appears to be an idea of where we could get the materials for it. And I'm very reticent about abandoning when we might be so close at this point. So maybe a couple more days, and if we don't seem like we're going to change something soon, we try and find our way back.
That sounds like a good course of action, because I agree, like, this is the first time we've really had an end in sight. But I definitely
At this point,
think...
I can have Annie yawn, stretch, roll over, and just kind of hug your guys' feet. Still asleep. While you talk.
So Annie's now hugging my feet.
Yeah, I just did one of those kind of like, when you come out of a ball and you just
Oh, yeah.
stretch and then kind of roll over and just, kind of get your feet.
Sakura's gonna kind of side-eye the fox for just a split second.
The paladin gives her a friendly little like pat
something-
on the head.
Pat.
You would for like a kitten, like just kind of stroking
Yeah.
her head a little bit.
Something I should mention, by
She
the way.
flicks an ear.
It's not anything significant to any of you yet. However, all of you except for Annie have just like it feels like ever so slight headache this morning. Probably not enough for you to even mention to each other.
Huh.
Mm,
I don't like that. We're in a cave of mushrooms.
This is why I
more
drink myself to
seriously,
sleep
though,
every night.
we are in a cave of psionic enemies,
Mm.
so.
Wait, am I
um,
allowed to look at my spells yet, or do I have
No,
to
not
wait?
yet.
Okay. Because I was gonna see, I was like, do I have anything to, like, protect against mind stuff? Don't think I do anyways, though.
It's not an abnormal thing though, is what I'm saying.
Have
Okay.
a random headache where the entire party shares a random headache all at the same time?
The entire party doesn't know it's the entire party.
See, I have this, but it usually happens when my manager opens his mouth at work. It's a shared headache. That might be what we're dealing with here.
Sakura and Calixtus are just, like, talking really loud, and everyone's just, like, rolling their eyes. That's where the
Trying
headache's
to
coming
sleep,
from.
and you're just like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Sage whispers.
These whispers are sponsored by
Anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that you each have like a slight headache, except for you, Annie.
Yeah, this is why I drink myself to sleep. I'm used to the
Whether or not you mention it to each other is up to you. However, don't obviously metagame if you don't think your character would mention.
Calixtus probably won't do anything because he tries to remain strong and inspiring at all times. And,
Not to mention you're kind of stressed, so a headache's not that out of the realm anyway.
Oh,
You
I
know,
don't have
Sakura,
stress. Yeah, we
she's carrying big heavy horns on her head all the time. That's bound to give you a headache or two.
I
wonder
am
if
though going to
tears-
give Calixtus a chance here, and I'm going to have him make a wisdom roll to see if he kind of puts it together here.
I would say it's probably not.
Yeah, I
Sounds
was thinking no.
Ooh,
So,
can
It'd
I
have to
add-
be
doesn't-
pretty high because it's not. It doesn't seem abnormal to any of you.
Yeah.
So
Nope.
Clicks just got a 12 and Sakura got a 7.
Do I know what's going
Well, you don't.
Oh.
You've not been told. So
on?
And also, you don't have a headache, if
Yeah.
I heard the DM correctly? Yeah.
But I know what's going on, man.
no.
Oh, I don't think
We're
there's
all
been a
just-
single game where I
but
haven't
it's
been,
only
like,
because of
stoned.
your tinfoil hat.
Ah, that's right. That's the little
We're all
red
just
hood
doing
has
our own
tinfoil in it.
thing. And just out of nowhere, you're like, I know what's up, you guys.
I know what's going on. I'm metagaming.
I don't feel like that would be too out of character for Annie, who's just crazy. In case you haven't noticed by now, she's kind of nuts.
Yeah, no, I've picked up on that once or twice.
I wouldn't say nuts, but I would say
Not the
Confident?
brightest.
Not the most
oh,
reserved.
Yeah, not the most reserved. What is the word for it?
Aloof?
Confident,
Forward?
but undeservedly confident.
Egotistical?
No, I'm trying to think of a different word for undeserved. But it's not coming to
Unwarranted?
me. Unwarranted confidence. Yes.
A
She's got
Unwarranted
significant
confidence.
unwarranted confidence.
It's because she's absolutely fucking adorable. I gave you guys some of her background, right? She comes from a rich family. Used to just having everything given to her.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just the world will take care of
You
me.
didn't have to tell me that for me to be able to deduce it based on what I saw last session.
Oh, that's funny.
Meanwhile, all that's going on over there in the world's most god-awful cooking is just going on right across.
Yep.
I thought you did
So,
really well.
You guys
for me.
just smell it's an awful smell, but at the same time, it's a high quality awful smell, if that makes sense.
High quality,
High quality, awful smell. Like walking
It's high
is-
quality. For
As
me.
you look over and see Chad Crabman having just completed a souffle that is excellently done. However, it's using rotten meat.
So this smells like the high class dumpsters in the good part of town? Is that what we're talking about?
Pretty much.
Like the dumpster behind like the fanciest steakhouse in town.
Yeah.
It smells like steak, spice, cocaine, and disappointment. In that order. Yeah. Annie's probably gonna stretch out and just kind of like, grab like Secura's feet, depending on which side you're sitting on. Just kind of rolling around, being a silly little animal.
Sakura's gonna give her a little pat, like in between the ears.
When you pat her on her head, she just kind of like raises her head and looks at you, and just slowly opens her eyes. Like, oh, good morning.
That is undeservedly cute. I don't like it. I'm just gonna kind of like smile awkwardly because you're like laying on my feet. Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Just kind of smiles and nods and closes her eyes again. Mm-hmm.
Except for being woken up and having to have her hand cut off and regrown.
Well,
Yeah.
her hand was already dead. Like, if she wanted a hand, this is what had to happen.
Still
I love that.
traumatic.
Just to be
Yeah.
fair, it was already dead.
To
Yeah,
be fair.
yeah. It was traumatic, which is why Calixis stayed by you and comforted you for, like, literally hours.
That definitely didn't form a trauma bond or anything.
Yeah, no, that's totally why you stayed there. It's nothing to do with anything else at all.
Cut to
But
you
yeah.
flirting with the paladin last session.
The crab finishes his meals and packs up the robot like a suitcase again, is ready to head out.
Have you just been like carrying him like a briefcase?
Yes.
I know, yeah. Like, all last session.
Oh, that's great.
Also, I have gotten news that Mathis will not make it to the session tonight,
Oh.
unfortunately.
Oh yeah,
So
I saw
he'll-
the message.
So he'll be a portable suitcase then.
Yes.
Literally, his only job is just being a suitcase. D&D, everybody.
I'm gonna get up from their feet, kind of stretch out, and climb up on this rock, and then just kind of sit there and brush my hair and my tail and clean myself up. Just kind of.
Wait,
Get
do you
ready
clean
for the
yourself
day.
like a cat?
No, she's got a hairbrush and just kind of sitting like legs crossed with her tail over her lap.
Okay, but is it like a
brushing
little
her
mini
tail.
baby hairbrush?
She's not that small. It's like a
I
normal
don't
hairbrush.
approve. It should have been a
Oh
baby
my
hairbrush.
God. I know what the robot is. I know what the robot is.
What is he?
There's a classic movie called Desperado, and there's a guitar case that's just full of guns. You gotta like pull out the robot and start shooting the robot.
If
Only-
Nostromo?
Yeah, Nostromo, and like he uses his catapult as the like projectile, and you just every time he fires, you make him like make a gunshot with like his mouth, bang, bang, and the robot's just like saying bang as he uses his catapult,
That's amazing.
and you're firing him like a gun. That's what needs to happen.
Yes.
Fully auto. Full auto. English.
Bang, 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 bang.
That just sounds like hail.
No, fuck hail.
Bang, 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 bang.
Anyway, I would say, actually,
would say.
Give me a
actually.
second. Continue on role playing amongst yourselves. I need to check something.
Okay. Yeah.
As I'm
role-playing
sitting
amongst
up on
yourselves,
the
waking
rock,
up.
as I'm sitting up on the rock, and I see Sakura and Calix just sitting there, I kind of stop. I point the hairbrush at them, and I'm like, "So what's your deal?" Just kind of waving it back and forth between the two. She sounds a little bit almost upset, asking, "Just like, what's your deal?"
So, oh my gosh. I cannot say I was expecting that.
Yeah, me neither. Calixtus, like,
We both just like simultaneous head turn back to look at you.
yeah,
She's
but like
just sitting there,
Calixtus, if he
smug.
could blush, like if a crystal dragonborn can blush, he would, and like he would deliberately look away from Sakura, like.
Your cheeks just briefly go from regular quartz to like rose quartz color.
Yes, something like that. Yes.
Still just like shiny though.
She's just kind
and
of
then
sitting
he will
on the
abruptly
rock,
say,
cross-legged, just staring down.
we are friends, and then he will get up and do something that is probably completely unnecessary, like tending a fire or something.
He just starts like folding his pillow.
He fluffs his pillow, rolls up his bed sack, or something like.
Vacuums the ground.
Yes,
Picks
exactly.
flowers.
Don't know what you're talking about.
As he walks away, I'm just gonna kind of like half-heartedly like point after him and say what he said. And then I'm gonna stand up and walk the opposite direction.
So Annie's gonna sit there, just give you that like smug look, and be like, "Uh huh," and just keep grooming herself. While just kind of
I'm gonna pull the hood
watching
of my cloak.
Calixtus walk away, just still staring at Calixtus. She knows. Do I know? Can I roll for wisdom? Do I know?
Roll
You know what?
insight.
I was gonna say, do you know what?
Do I know?
I was just gonna say, I need to
I
roll it
I
and
think
check
I
myself.
have a good idea. I have a pretty good idea.
I don't know. What would Annie gather with a 15 insight?
There's probably a little something more than they would let on.
I'm asking the two you're trying to insight.
There's nothing that has gone on. So, and I will say, as a player, if there were something, Calixtus is obtuse about such things and would not even know it, even if there was.
Sakura low-key doesn't understand human emotion. She's still kind of getting used to being in society. But they're buddies. They're buddies. They're good buddies.
This information will cause problems.
That
in the
good
future.
buddy.
They're good buddies.
Annie is still assuming and is staring at you guys.
I mean, obviously. I didn't expect anything otherwise.
Sorry, I like to cause drama so much.
Just the sass. So what is this? With the hairbrush.
That is so Annie, though, as I'm getting to know her.
I know.
Oh.
Well, you gotta
This is gonna be a
remember,
good
like,
session,
you
I
know,
can tell
kind
now.
of a rich background. That's kind of something normally she'd see and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I see it. You don't even know, but like, I know.
That's amazing.
Oh.
Still just sitting pretty up on the rock, like legs
Just
crossed,
still just
tail in
brushing her
lap,
hair.
kind of brushing her hair, brushing her
Oh,
tail.
so
Picking
Calixtus will
sticks out
now,
of her.
after he has done some unnecessary chores or something, he's going to deliberately go hang out with Annie for a little while, and deliberately not with Sakura.
Who's
Sakura's
breathing
gonna
into
go
their
over and,
mic?
like,
Oh, that's
examine
me,
the
sorry.
souffle.
I'm trying to not laugh.
I love that. Sakura's gonna go over and kind of like poke at the souffle to see if it's actually edible.
So is Calixtus gonna join me up on the rock?
Calixtus will go sit up by Annie on the rock. He sits
Wait, roll
down.
an acrobatics check. I need to see that.
He has wings. Flies up there with his glowy wings, and like
Trips over his wing and eats it. So are you like right beside me on the rock, like this little rock that I'm chilling on?
I gotta see the map again. I have too many tabs up right now. Let's see here.
I'm just kind of up here, looking down at everyone else.
They'll kind of be on like, if there's room on the rock, like where they would not be too close together, Calixtus would be on the same rock. Otherwise, he'd be on like the next one down.
Well, pick one, because that depends on how
Okay, I'll go here. I'll be like, so like, there's at least a few inches between them.
The two of you are just
Okay.
crammed together on this tiny little boulder. It's like the smallest one out of all of them.
So now that you're beside her on the rock,
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna give you one of those. Just
You
gonna
know,
lean over.
I'm
on
gonna
you
do
while
something
brushing
funny.
your tail.
Let's
But
see.
like side-eyeing Sakura, just side-eyeing Sakura, brushing herself, leaning against you.
Sakura's examining the souffle. She's hungry.
If this is a
So-
one,
Being side-eyed.
So for
Okay,
a little
it's not.
while, Calixtus doesn't respond with anything, but then like, you know how a cat crawls in your lap and you're doing something else, and then you realize at some point you started petting the cat and you have no idea how it happened? That's what's gonna happen here. Like, so they'll be sitting next to each other, and then Calixtus will be kind of like lost in thought, and then he'll like look over and he realizes he's been like petting Annie's head, like just absent-minded.
She's too fluffy for even your subconscious to resist.
Yes, she is just too fluffy. This is
it is now that Clixtus, jump down to the other chat with me real quick,
okay.
and also hopefully this does not break the recording. So it might take me a minute if I have to like rechange which channel it's recording or something.
Okay, fair enough. Popping down now.
I'm gonna.
All right, say something.
Testing.
Awesome, it's still working. Cool.
Excellent.
All right, it is now. You hear a voice in your head.
Is it
You
my
recognize this as most likely a sending spell,
voice? Oh, okay.
as in you're getting mail. In other words,
Got- You've got psychic mail.
Calixtus. This is Zerdustus. Porosdinth has gone missing. We do not know where he is. We have not seen him in 3 weeks now.
Who is Corazynth? And can you refresh my memory or tell the audience if I
Porosdinth,
remember?
if you recall, is the father of Ciravinth.
Oh.
And Zerdustus is the head cleric of the Draconic Order of Unity.
Servant is dead?
Yeah, Ciravinth's the one that Hierarchy killed.
Yeah.
And he's you met Porosdinth briefly when him and another dragon stopped you on the road to ask you what happened to the Elven capital.
Yeah, and we told them the Elven capital had been blown up.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay.
And you did see that other dragon that was with him again. It was a ancient copper dragon. You saw it at the Draconic Order of Unity's place.
Yeah, I can communicate in the sending spell, right?
Yeah, you can send 25 words back. Also, I'm not quite finished. Yeah, I ended with, he has not been seen in 3 weeks. Be on the lookout for him.
Okay, I will communicate back. Deepest condolences. Servant dead, killed by hierarchy.
Oh, they've known that.
But Servant is dead and killed by hierarchy, so why are we on the lookout for Servant?
No, you're on the lookout for Porosdinth. Ciravinth's father.
Oh!
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about Servant.
No.
Okay. Yeah, now I'll say thank you for letting us know. We will keep our eye out.
And it is also rather concerning that he has gone missing. because he is an ancient silver dragon. So, yeah.
There's not many things that can defeat an ancient silver dragon.
Or an ancient dragon of any kind, for that matter.
Sure.
Anyway, up to the other channel.
Okay.
What was that laugh?
We are back. What have I returned to?
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Okay, I won't tell him.
Oh no. What's Mooney done?
It's not
Nothing.
anything serious. Don't worry.
Don't worry. Don't worry. You're cute.
Is it-
little
Is
butt.
it something that could have been overheard by Calixtus in the last few
Yes.
minutes?
No, this is like out of game.
Do I need to make a perception roll here?
Also, Clixtus,
Oh,
whether
no,
or
it
not
wasn't
you
in-game.
inform the
Oh, okay.
party of what happened is up to you.
And I absolutely will. Calixtus tends to be open with everything he learns. He says, I just received a sending spell from Sirvin's father.
No, not from Sirvin's father.
No, not Sirvin's father. What is the name of the other dragon?
You received the sending spell from Zerdustus, the head cleric of the Draconic Order of Unity.
Okay. From Zerdustus, the head cleric of the Draconic Order of Unity. And he has informed me that Sirvin's father, an ancient silver dragon, is missing. And we should keep a lookout for him.
And has been missing for about 3 weeks.
Gone for about 3 weeks. What happened around 3 weeks ago that might resonate with Calixtus or the party? Any significant
mean-
events we went through?
The disappearances and us beating the dude who was kind of masquerading as, was it Dolgrey? However you say his name?
It was a
That
little
was
bit
about-
late. It was a little bit later than when that happened. You've been underground for
Okay.
about 3 weeks now.
Oh, okay.
So he went missing about the time we went underground.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I was just trying to put two and two together and see if there's some event we participate in that could give us a lead, but we were just going underground. That doesn't seem likely.
So what was the last thing we did before we went underground? Because I know obviously we beat the hag, we crossed the mountain, we went to the order or wherever, like the
Before
stronghold.
that, yeah.
Well, first
I
you
think
went to
we
the
just
order.
journeyed there.
Yeah.
You went to the order, and then you went down to fight the hag, and
Oh,
discovered
yeah,
there was
yeah,
an
yeah.
adult purple dragon there as well, who was
Yeah,
part
that was
fiendish.
Really?
Yeah,
Poor Barney.
Right on.
he took extra damage from Calixtus's smites.
That's right, he did.
It was also then that hierarchy reemerged as well.
Maybe Hierarchy's riding a dragon.
God, I hope not.
Connection
The
already
way to
made.
get that, make that be a lot worse.
But yeah, we ready
okay.
to head out?
Yeah. So I assume we're about ready to break camp at this point.
Yes.
I'm still
Felixus has
picking
clearly
myself.
done all the chores that need to be done and then some.
Roll me, if one of you wants, you can roll me a history check to see if you can remember anything that stands out, if you like.
I
All
won't,
right.
because I wasn't technically here yet.
I will do it then. 26.
See. Yeah, 26 will do it. You remember last significant thing that you guys did before going underground was you went and fought the hag and the dragon and then hierarchy showed up. And then he flew off and then you went back to Ecrivis, and immediately the same day you got back to Ecrivis went head off to go search for mind flayers in the Underdark.
Yep.
Ah. No possible connection there. Moving on.
Yeah, totally no connection.
Uh-oh.
You know, they seem like totally isolated events.
Completely unrelated. Just like our search for vengeance because of our pet Triceratops in an Elven City happening to get blown up. Completely unrelated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unrelated.
no, totally.
That is what you remember, though.
Yep, I would let them know. Like, that's all I remember.
Okay.
If Calixtus is still petting Annie, she's probably going to start pushing her head kind of harder into your hand, just like enjoying it.
About the time she moves is when Calixtus realizes what he's doing, and then he will sort of like uncomfortably, emotionally uncomfortably stop petting and be like, "Oh, definitely gotta go do something else now."
As you jump up to get away, she's not going to move. She's going to kind of fall over on the rock and be like, oh.
Oh no! Like
He
swooning, hand to the forehead.
Well played. Well played, Annie. So once Cap is essentially broken, Calixtus is going to ask if everybody is ready, and if not, like, what do we have to do to get ready? Because he wants to go.
By the way, it is now that the headaches are a bit worse.
Damn
I
migraine.
start sharpening one of my daggers against a rock, making an annoying noise.
Oh,
I
and
touched
that-
my heartstone.
If I look around, do I see anything that looks out of the ordinary for this place? Because I know all of it looks out of the ordinary.
Make me perception.
Okay.
You see the party. It doesn't belong here. Oh. Oops. And that
But the
unnatural
party is definitely
souffle.
that should have never existed down here.
You
Yeah.
never
Certainly
should
not
have
with
come
Rick
here.
You don't see
Yeah,
anything
Rick,
out of the
go.
ordinary.
Okay.
The sound of a dagger being sharpened on the stone is a bit grating, though, and is not helping things.
If I look around as that happens, does like anyone else look like they're in pain specifically in their head?
I'll say with
More
the
a question for the
15,
Whoever's closest to me is definitely not happy about it.
with the 15, you could probably tell. I'll say Vera is a little bit in discomfort.
Okay.
I imagine. Well, the robot doesn't have facial expressions. Chad Crabman and Clicks just seem pretty stoic.
I was gonna say though, because of how much time you've spent with Calixtus, you might notice that he seems extra annoyed, like more like he's normally stoic, but you can get a hint of like
Kind of more on
irritability.
edge. Yeah.
Yeah, like he seems slightly more irritable.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna say anything right now, but good to know. Good to know.
I would like to touch the heartstone I have that cures disease. It's like, I wonder if I have another dang clam somewhere in my body.
All right, you touch the heartstone and nothing happens.
Oh, I do have a question though.
Yes.
How much time left do we have before we reach where we're going? Like, how
You're
long of a
only
journey?
1 day away from Gloom Refuge, and it's 2 days. So you've got 1 more day to get back to the river, and then to go to the other side, and however long it'll take to get past the Drow City and to a Mind Flayer colony.
Okay. So we got time.
But yeah, despite the headache, I would like to head on out.
Alrighty, so you're just gonna break camp and head out then?
Pretty much, yeah.
Annie nods and puts her dagger away, back on its little kind of belt holster and nods. Just, okay.
Sakura realizes that
You got
over the
it,
course of
boss.
you doing that, her shoulders have slowly drawn up towards her ears in tension.
I want to make a roll for Calixus because one of his things is he may not talk a lot, but he usually has pretty good intuition.
Same.
Let's see here. Nope, not today. His insight fails him.
It's the headache.
Yeah, it's the headache.
Do I notice any of the rest of the party acting weird?
Make an
I
insight
guess
check.
not. I've been staring at a rock sharpening a dagger, so probably not.
Make an
I'll
insight check with disadvantage.
Okay.
So roll twice, take the lower roll.
Well,
Roll again.
11.
Yeah, no, you don't notice anything.
Okay. Gotta be careful. There's big baddies out there. Tiny little fox girl can't do anything.
All right, so you're gonna head out then?
Yep.
Oh, I forgot to mention it, but there is ambience for you to listen to.
Ooh.
Alrighty. So you begin to head out of camp and continue on further into the Underdark.
Yes, we do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Annie's gonna nod and still try to, like, walk against Calixtus. It's kind of, like, uncomfortably close.
She like glommed onto his arm or something as they walk.
Like, yeah, like, just trying to hold his hand and kind of be there.
I love how that whole thing went from 0 to 100 so fast. All it took was one drink. It was over.
It only lowers inhibitions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's funny. Calixtus will... You can't tell if he enjoys it or he's bearing it with stoic silence.
Who wants
because
to-
of his nature.
Remember,
Insight
though,
check.
you think she thinks you're pretty still, though. Like, you think she genuinely likes you.
That's fair. I think
Is he
that-
enjoying it, or is he stoically handling it? I rolled a 22 on my insight.
Let's make an opposed bluff check, and then I'll tell you.
Alright, go ahead and roll deception and Calixtus.
Natural 1. Natural 1.
Oh.
He.
Come on,
it's
pop it up.
It's a little of both.
Okay.
He's flattered and kind of enjoying it, but he's also doing his best to bear it in stoic silence because he's
Okay,
not
okay.
entirely comfortable with it either.
Understandable. I had to know. I had to do the roll.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, who wants to roll me a d20 for weather?
Yeah, I'm really good
In
at
the
this.
caves.
Damn it!
I think you're gonna get forbidden from rolling for weather.
Every
Roll
single
me
time.
another d20, Annie.
Oh no, that's never. Oh no, this happened before.
Oh no!
The
The heart of the cards will protect me.
Alrighty, let me check something.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Oh, these weather rolls. They're our biggest opponent.
You mean me rolling for weather is our biggest opponent?
I just mean the weather in general.
Yeah, the weather table's still a little out of whack even with my change.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll have to change it to a D100.
I thought
Anyway.
you did once upon a time.
Anyway, hang on. Where is... Okay.
20
I
is
love how
like
you added-
anything could happen. 1 is just boring. It's just like sunny. We're underground and it's sunny. Like,
Well,
it's just
isn't
boring.
the one what ended up giving us that like F-17 tornado or whatever it was with the big storm bird? Wasn't that a one?
Yep.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
that was my
that
bad.
was not. That was when Hierarchy became Prince of Demons. That was not a weather roll there.
No,
The weather roll
Bummer,
for
I
that.
got thrown.
The weather roll for that one was just. It only just changed when that would happen.
okay, I
Yeah,
get you.
that was inevitable. It was just you rolled bad on the weather. It wasn't a 1, but you rolled bad enough that I was like, I'll just do that now.
I get you. My bad.
Yes, Annie, you did roll bad previously and get a tornado.
Okay, I'm not gonna roll for weather anymore as much as I want to.
Where is? Come on.
I have a lot of zip ties in my pocket. Holy shit.
That's the most random thing I've ever heard playing D&D.
I've got
Just
a
I
lot
have a lot
of
of zip ties in my pocket. That doesn't
What do
sound
you-
suspicious or anything.
What are you doing with the zip
I was
ties,
gonna
man?
say, why do you need so many zip ties?
Okay, you know, I'm still
He's
in my,
got a heist
my
plan
work
for
pants.
later.
Yeah.
No, I just using them at work, and like I
Okay, so let's see here.
Yeah,
just kind of
at
followed me
work.
home.
You got a 4
Doing work.
on. Okay,
Maybe
so
the zip ties are a plan for Calixtus later. Who knows? Check into it.
Jinkies.
I wouldn't put
you
it past
guys
Annie, though.
you guys travel for a bit, and then you see lightning in the distance.
Oh no.
I slowly begin to zip tie Calixtus's hands together.
Make an opposed strength check.
Yeah.
Watch
Good luck
Calixtus
with
roll a
that one.
natural one.
He rolls so well on the zip tie check, like he doesn't even know you're trying to do this. Like he's just
At the
walking
end of
along.
it-
You don't even encumber him. Like you
At the
can't
end
even
of
get
it, Annie
him
has him on her
moving.
hand.
Couldn't I
Yeah.
roll stealth on that one? Just stealthily. Just all you hear is the click, 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 click.
Okay, but I'm
click,
pretty
as it
sure if
just-
you would notice your arms being pulled behind you.
Yeah, you'd have to restrain
That's
one
fair.
of his arms first.
You don't have zip ties though. So.
Damn. I'm gonna.
Anyway.
shop for some next
They're
time.
just tiny little nooses.
Anyway, you see lightning in the distance.
Ah,
I flip my hood up over my head. Ready for this again.
Not
Does
this
it
again.
do we see storm clouds? Or
You
is it...
do see clouds illuminated by the lightning when it happens.
Does the
Okay.
lightning show us anything else in the roof of the cave?
Mhm.
Make me perception roll.
I would like to do that too.
With disadvantage, because it is a long way up there. And I do mean a long way, because this is a chamber big enough to have its own weather.
Oh, I can roll with disadvantage. Oh, 6. I just roll a 1 on that. Only disadvantage, Batman.
Roll again, Sakura, for disadvantage.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. I'll just do it on their normal one. Yeah,
Okay,
13.
so 13. Is anyone else trying to see the ceiling of the cavern whenever lightning flashes?
I am, yes. So perception.
Yep, at disadvantage.
Feel like
'cause
Sis
dark
is just
vision
trying to
does
get
still
zip ties off
only-
his wrist.
Only help so much.
She doesn't even know
save.
she's trying. She can't restrain his arm, and like his arm, he's big. Like he's like 6'6".
You have to
Or
put a
100
zip tie
pounds.
around one
Like,
arm, and
I
then
don't even know
run
if
the
she
other
can
zip
reach
tie
his
under
two
it,
arms. Yeah,
and then
Yeah.
put that zip tie around the other arm, making like a chain of zip ties.
she'd
It's
have
kinda
to
the
do something like
idea.
that. The funny thing
Maybe
is,
that's
in-
why she likes you, because you're big and you make her feel safe.
Maybe I get
Anyway.
that in real life. That's me.
Anyway,
Did just have her whole town destroyed.
Chad
Bad.
Crabman, you do make out like a few details on the ceiling. It is very far away and still fairly dark. But you do see that it looks like a cave ceiling, because it is miles up. So
This cave is made of cave.
You guys,
you don't see
I think-
anything special though.
I think this cave is a tunnel in the ground. I think so. I have a feeling.
way!
I know, right? Groundbreaking information.
Ground tunneling information.
Oh,
You didn't.
I had to.
A purple worm just comes out and eats you and just leaves.
All right,
No
guys,
one
that's
else
going to be
just
the
died.
end of the campaign.
And I die satisfied with my life choices. The end. Totally worth it.
that joke was so under par. I can't handle it.
Oh.
Was it
Oh.
under par enough? It was almost below ground.
Kind of like how this joke is 6 feet under. It's just dead.
I'm pretty sure we're at least 60 feet
I
under.
take that much psychic damage.
Salty rolled a perfect 69. Psychic damage. Wouldn't want to be under that one.
Ooh. Yep.
Ah.
Keep rolling there, Salty. More
Yeah, keep
psychic
rolling,
damage
keep
is on
rolling.
the way.
The simultaneous throat
See
cleaners.
here. Annie takes 94
Yeah.
damage. Start rolling death saving throws.
I'm dead.
You're in
Dead.
She did.
She did.
I'm kidding. Anyway. So yeah, you don't make out anything special on the cave ceiling. It's a cave ceiling. It's also miles away, so you can't really make out fine details like stalactites or whatever, you know. But
See shit.
Are we walking on a slope of any sort?
it
So
does
we're getting
slope
up-
downward slightly
Okay,
because
so
you're
we're going
heading
even
towards the
deeper.
river.
Okay.
But there is still continuing lightning in the distance and the rumble of thunder approaching.
Should we find somewhere to take shelter? Does it look like it's coming closer
I
to
know.
us?
Let's find
Yes.
a nearby cave in which we can take shelter.
Let's find a smaller cave.
Let's find a cave within the cave that we can protect ourselves from the weather that's in the bigger cave.
It's
Caveception!
I said it
Copyrighted
first.
noise.
I would like to actually find some sort of cubby hole or something to get in.
All right, make me a survival check.
Ooh, I got
And if anyone's helping out,
I will help.
okay, so advantage, so roll again.
19.
19, okay.
27?
Yay.
You do find a small cubby hole that you can all just barely squeeze into.
I run in head first.
There's-
ahead of everyone.
There's going to be someone who's kind of close to the entrance of it.
Well, we just
Run
put
in
the
head first.
I'll just get in the front because I'm a literal lard butt with all this heavy armor.
I am safe.
All right, so I'm assuming you and Clixtus, with you being on the outside, then Clixtus right next,
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
there as well.
Yeah.
You and
we kind of
Clixtus are
like-
the storm shelter door, so
Yeah,
to speak.
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you just put the robot in front of the storm? And then if a tornado takes it away, it's no loss.
I'm gonna
Does
kind of
anybody have shaped stone?
I
Like
do.
this spell where we could. Yeah, can we just shape the stone to block off most of the entrance?
Yeah, I could do that.
Couldn't you just build a shelter with that?
I can only do, I think, I can't look at my spells right now. How many cubic feet can I do, DM?
Oh yeah,
think it's
I
like
should also mention the
5.
headache is getting worse, by the way. It's now
Okay.
about a migraine level for all of you. except
Okay,
for
at
Annie.
this point, I'm assuming there are visible signs.
Yeah,
Clixus will look around and
you're
say,
all looking uncomfortable.
does anybody else have a headache?
You
Nope.
do too.
Yeah, I got
Yes,
one.
Really bad now.
Did it start this morning? Like not so bad. Have we all? Raise your hands if you had a headache.
Raises his hand.
I
I raise
raised
my
a
hand.
crab call.
I just still kind of lean against Calixtus, not raising my hand though.
Annie is still not feeling the effects.
No. See here, give me a second. I'm looking at stone shape right now for you, Sakura.
Thank you.
You touch one stone object of medium size or smaller, or a section of stone no more than 5 feet in any dimension, and form it into any shape that suits your purpose. So, for example, you could shape a large rock into a weapon, idol, or coffer, or make a small passage through a wall, as long as the wall is less than 5 feet thick. You could also shape a stone door or its frame to seal the door shut. The object you create can have up to 2 hinges and a latch, but finer mechanical detail isn't possible. So yeah, I would say you can. This is a small enough crevice, you can definitely seal it up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just do that then. Although, does anyone have like the light cantrip or something? Because we can't exactly
I have
light a
dancing
fire in here.
lights. I can do.
Yeah,
Okay.
otherwise Calixtus can just pop his wings and they're glowy.
Yeah.
Can I cast
yeah.
Fireball to light everybody up?
Oh, you'll light everybody up.
I cast dancing lights in response in a soft purple glow and kind of hold it. Just between her paws, just kind of holds one.
All right.
Calixtus, being a crystal dragon, now has a soft purple hue about him.
Looking somewhat like an
pretty.
amethyst dragon.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cool.
Anyway, so you
Spins
take
around
shelter
when you shine on.
in
It's
the
like a
nook.
disco ball.
I'll say you're kind of just for now. Since I don't have a map for it because I wasn't planning on a tornado, obviously. We'll just say this rock pile is what you're crammed into.
It's not just a boulder; it's a rock.
This is our home now. We live in a rock pile. This is where we live.
We live on Rockefeller Street.
Oh, the execution of that joke was a little rocky.
The ceiling opens up above Annie, and she gets sucked out into the storm.
Yeah, that sounds about right, considering what happened last time.
Wait, what? No? I'm going to say no.
Anyway.
No question.
You guys take shelter in the little nook, waiting for the storm to pass. Question, did you leave breathing holes, Sakura?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was about to start having you guys roll for suffocation.
Yeah, no,
If you
I left
didn't.
little breathing holes.
Okay.
It's a poorly fitted door.
Okay, so you eventually hear hail outside, and then you hear the wind picking up and like whistling by the air holes. And
It may
like a
not
couple
be my
crashes
smell.
out there. And it does pass eventually, though. After about like 5 minutes. Or not 5 minutes, like 3 minutes at most.
I guess it's my passive ability to summon tornadoes.
I'd agree.
I am the Twister God. Bow to me.
Anyway. It passes. Do you stay in the cramped chamber for the entirety of the storm, or do you open it back up and like make some sort of shelter right outside it so you can at least have some more space?
Ooh, I'm gonna use stone shape again, and I'm gonna kind of like take the rock that I had like pulled up, and I'm gonna like turn it into like a little awning. So it's kind
Alright.
of like sticking out.
All right.
So it's still kind of shelter.
You have a rock awning now.
Once the storm starts to calm down, not like in the
Yeah.
middle of
Yeah,
it.
you don't do it in the middle of the tornado. Also, congratulations, you just survived an F3.
Hey.
They can toss, or not toss, but overturn railroad cars.
Well,
But not my rocks.
nobody make me angry. I'll summon a tornado. How long does my lights last for? Up to a minute.
I will say you're probably going to camp here for the rest of the day, therefore it wastes the day, kind of.
No. Wasting
feel-
another day in the cave.
I feel like you as a person are getting really involved in this.
Ah,
Well, you could go
I'm
walk in a
slowly
storm.
dying inside.
Well, you can go walk in a storm if you want to hurry up that bad. I ain't stopping you.
Yes, walk in the storm covered in heavy plate armor. Just a living lightning rod.
You see that going one of two ways. Either you get struck by lightning or you get blown over and can't get up and you're just stuck like a turtle on your back because your armor's too big and bulky to stand back up.
Help.
Just sobbing, rocking back and forth.
Rolling slightly side to side.
Like in like anime, whenever a character's like really like sad or startled, they're just rolling back and forth on the floor.
Yes. Kind of
Just
like
like-
stop, rock, and roll, but you can't quite flip all the way over. You just sort of rock a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Come evening, this headache is getting unbearable.
No. Before we get to that point, Calixis would say, like when everybody had the headache, he's saying, "Is this mind flayers?"
Yeah, is there any role I could make to try to like make that connection or think if that connection
Knowledge
even
Arcana.
exists?
Are you trying to help me make Knowledge Arcana?
You guys
help,
can
I'll-
try and roll Arcana. So 17 for Calixtus there. It doesn't seem like a thing that, like headache definitely seems like something mind flayers could do. However, you would imagine they would have shown themselves long before now. It wouldn't.
I guess the next thing he would say is he'd start talking to Annie. So you don't have any headache at all?
Just kind of
Like-
playfully shakes her head no.
Hmm.
It feels like your head's about to like burst. I need you all to roll me wisdom saving throws. Except for Annie.
You can't destroy what's not there, so.
Let's see here. I'll go ahead and roll for Vera.
Don't forget, we're real close.
Yeah, don't
together,
forget,
so it's
add plus 5 for Calixtus.
Oh, 18.
Wait a sec. Can I not use my bard magic to help them?
Last roll was from the
You
promo.
could try and bardic inspiration for one of them.
I want to try a bardic
Well,
inspiration for Crabman because he looks not great.
The last one's actually for the robot.
Oh, I don't want to save the robot.
I'm a 13, so robot will get punished.
Has the crappiest?
Who has the crappiest what?
That would be Vera.
Vera? Okay, I'm gonna use a bardic inspiration die for Vera, which
Yours is a D8 right now, right?
after it rolled, it says D20.
That bardic inspiration's not D20.
Is it not?
I think
Or am
it's.
on
I thought it
crap?
was like a D6.
Well, it increases as you level up to like a maximum of like a
Oh.
D12.
D8. Sorry,
Okay.
D8.
Okay. All right.
Well, fuck.
So So 2 on top of the 8, making it 10, and then for a total of 15 because of Clixtus being there.
Might save him.
The highest was Clixtus himself with 22 for you, Clixtus, right?
Yep.
So I will say only Calixtus succeeds this. So I am going to roll. Yeah, that sounds right. You all take 24 psychic damage except for Calixtus. Calixtus, you don't take psychic damage, and now the headaches are suddenly gone.
It's a third of my
me?
hit points.
Okay. Does everybody look injured? Like, can I tell they are hurt?
Oh yeah, you all have blood coming out of your eyes and nose,
Okay.
because that's how I would imagine psychic damage would manifest.
So Annie has not taken any damage, though, correct?
No. And neither
She's
have
still
you.
Smiling. Still
Correct.
happy, still smiling, still trying to
Okay.
hold you.
So,
So Calixtus immediately goes to give
you
Sakura
also feel now
the healing.
a strange sort of feeling within yourself.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't. It feels like unsettling-ish, but not like. It's not good or bad, just unsettling, kind of.
I don't like this.
I'll go
Chad
ahead.
has. He does not care. He is Chad.
Is he still grinning?
Yes, he is always grinning, just about.
He has like the opposite of like an RBF. Just the biggest grin.
What is damage but obstacles overcome? He's like.
Go ahead
full
and
awesome.
deduct the damage from Nostromo as well.
Okay.
So you all feel this sort of strange, unsettling feeling, and see, I'm trying to figure out how to best describe it.
Do I feel strange and unsettled?
No, you just see them all bleeding out of the eyes, ears, and mouth, and then having, at the same time, a relieved look on their face because the headache is gone.
I just kind of do
Oh,
that
even for the ones
thing
who
where,
failed?
like,
Yeah,
one
even
ear-
for the ones who failed.
Oh,
one ear
okay.
just kind of perks up and just kind of head tilt, watching everybody.
And,
Just,
I kind of side-eye the fox a little bit.
whatchamacallit,
I'm gonna try
you feel this sort of, like,
with a knife.
the feeling within you, but also it's sort of like a presence, kind of. And you see, you know what? Since you've not been here the past 2 sessions, I'll have you be the one to discover it, Sakura. Since, like I said, you've not been here the past 2 sessions, so
Cool.
you sort of like. Would you say you'd probably be like, "What is this feeling?" and kind of focus on it?
I'd probably be asking, why is there blood coming out of my mouth? Yeah.
Well, that too, but I mean like the unsettling feeling.
Yeah, no,
often
I
ask
would be
the same
thinking about
question.
Okay, so you focus in on it, and suddenly 2 beams shoot out of your hand and hit the rock, and it just disappears in the spots where it hit. Just 2 little perfectly like deleted pieces
Oh,
of the rock.
what?
And
Do I have like antimatter magic?
it is now that you 5 who had headaches may look at your spells under cantrips.
Ooh.
The beam that shot out of your hand, Sakura, it looked like a black hole in beam form, kind of.
Oh, bro. That is so cool.
That was probably a smart move not to give me that.
And that's a cantrip? Whoa. Wait, so do we, like, permanently have this?
As far as you know.
What? That's cool. That's cool. Wait, do I need to, like,
Interesting.
read it out, or...
Yeah, you can go ahead and ping it for a description if you want it in chat. So everyone can see. Although everyone can also just look in their
no,
cantrip.
that's not what I wanted to do. There we go.
What in the world are you, Annie?
What am I doing?
What are... Stop that.
I don't know what I was doing, but I fucked up. Oops.
I feel that.
Just see the description.
Yeah, don't mess with whatever that is.
I just clicking on chat.
If you want to ping something in chat and...
I didn't want to ping. I just wanted to read it, and then it started freaking out.
Yeah,
Now I'm
don't...
scared.
I'll take a look after the session.
I'm like sobbing uncontrollably. I don't know what's
If you want to... If you're worried about doing that, just go and look on 5e tools.
Let me just do what I did one more. Oh, okay, I can't click on her spell description, or it freaks out.
Who was it that said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again and
Hey,
expecting
easy,
a different result?
easy.
But yeah, just go to 5e tools and type in the name of the spell you want to look up the description of if it's giving you trouble.
It's okay. I give myself more trouble than it's worth. I can see it now. It came up, it just spammed the hell out of chat.
Also, I can just, here.
It's
I'll just
okay.
use your sheet for this, Sakura. If you just hover over it and click the eye, that'll pop it down. Is that what you were doing?
No, I was clicking on the one in chat because I don't have it.
Oh, well, you can...
I see it now. It's all good. I see it.
Okay.
5 damage that cannot be resisted on hit.
So is it 5 damage per beam?
Yes.
Okay.
Essentially,
cool.
it's sort of Eldritch Blast, kind of,
Mhm.
but slightly longer range, and you don't roll for the damage, it's just a straight 5. So Eldritch Blast could get you higher damage,
Mhm.
since it's a d10 per beam.
But it's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Right on.
And you still have to roll to hit, obviously.
Mhm.
That's what the 7 there is. Also, you may have noticed, this does not use your spellcasting ability modifier, it just uses your proficiency bonus.
Ooh, okay.
Because this is something independent of your spellcasting abilities.
Hmm. Curious.
If you would like to take guesses at where you may have, what may have caused this, you may.
Is it
Nom
the
nom.
mushrooms?
It was Nom Nom. That's the kind of thing Nom Nom did.
It was totally Nom Nom.
Yeah, it's basically our little ethereal friend of doom.
Wait, should I do that? I kind of want to cast Sending and ask him. I could. I have 3 third level spell slots.
You can if you like.
But I don't know, because I don't know if he's like recoalesced back into himself or what.
Only one way to find out.
Do it.
Do it? Should I do it?
Do it.
Why not? I don't
Okay,
know
I'll
who
do
this Nom Nom is, so
Oh, he's the best.
the
He's
character doesn't.
yeah, okay. I'll cast Sending. And I
Alright.
guess
You cast Sending to Innominatam.
Yes, and I would like to say... I guess I'm just gonna say, was that you? Because if it was, he'll know what I'm talking about.
Alrighty. You say that, and Sakura, drop down to the other chat with me.
Ooh, okay.
Alright. Say something to double check that it's audio
Hello.
still... Okay, yes, it's good. Good. It doesn't mind me changing voice chats. Awesome. So, you cast your sending asking, was that you?
Mm-hmm.
And at first you think you're not going to get a response.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of a sudden, flooding into your mind is just just like things you cannot even comprehend, and agonizing loneliness and terror. And you get the sense of countless eons spent sitting there in that spot where you found. Far longer than was written down.
Mm-hmm.
You have a feeling that after a while he changed it from each tally mark counting a year to each tally mark counting a millennium.
So in other
And
words,
just
I'm
incomprehensibly long time, and just yeah.
The most profound sense of loneliness.
And like agony at it, and
Do I take any damage?
we'll get there.
Okay. Okay.
As well as a deep sense of self-loathing.
Okay. Do I get an answer to
And
my question?
as well as, like I said, just I guess a sense of fearing an impending doom, sort of.
Okay. Do I get the feeling that that impending doom is for that individual, or like an overall sense of impending doom?
For that individual.
Okay. Okay.
For Innominatam.
Does this feel like a memory or like something that's gonna be happening?
Feels like something that he always is gonna happen.
Okay.
Kinda.
Okay.
You venture to guess. I guess roll me an insight check.
Roll you an insight? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, gotta get to my page. Insight. 22.
22. Yeah, that'll do it.
Ooh.
It's the fear of being the only thing left.
Okay, so something big is gonna be happening. That's what I'm getting from this.
It's not... It's something big, but at the same time, it's something you have, like, with the sense of this vast scale of time, like, it is an incomprehensible amount of time to you. And you get the sense that it's something that will not happen within your lifetime, or perhaps within anyone's lifetime.
But something that will, if we don't
Except
stop
perhaps
it in our life.
Rag.
Okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Or other
That's a lot.
beings who are of similar persuasion to Rag.
Okay. Is that all the
It's-
information?
You get the sense that it's something that no one can stop.
Oh. Okay.
And that is all I will give you for now.
Okay. So do I take any damage?
Let's hop up to the other chat and find out.
Okay.
Doing good, but if you wanted to grab
All right,
a dinner.
we are back.
Alrighty.
Also
Come back.
Took a minute, but we're back.
I will mute Mooney for the moment. See
I'll
here.
mute myself, sorry.
Oh.
I know you're doing your
Okay.
recording.
I just didn't know if you wanted your girlfriend on the recording or not.
Are you okay on the recording? Yeah, she's okay on the recording.
Okay.
Just from the
It's
background.
muffled and in the background anyway, so. But
I'll mute myself real quick.
we will wait for him to be done talking to his girlfriend. Because this is significant.
Yeah, this is very significant. Glad I rolled a 22 insight.
I get the feeling the entire party might be glad you rolled a 22 insight.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Yet. You can neither
Yet.
confirm nor deny it yet.
Yet. I just need to figure out if it's the mind flayers or these mushrooms.
It's always the mushrooms.
Hey, last time I was here,
Yeah,
it was the mushrooms.
What's this about? Sakura smoking a whole bunch of mushrooms? That I
All right, so Sakura, you see Sakura cast Ascending to your. Well, Annie, you don't know who Sakura is casting Ascending to, other than they're mentioning
You're not
someone called
one of us.
Innominatam.
I'm gonna be slightly on edge at this.
But you all see Sakura's eyes just roll back in her head, and she collapses to the ground, convulsing and foaming at the mouth.
Oh!
Also,
Put your hit points to 0, Sakura.
What?
Oh my god, Calixtus immediately dives over and gives her the healing hug.
What? Bro, I'm instantly sweating. What the heck?
I'm gonna stand there and look really disappointed down at what's happening with my hands on my hips. What kind of stunt is she pulling now?
Literally foaming at the mouth. Yeah, it's probably for attention.
It's probably for attention. She has zero concern for me and what I want.
Also, eyes rolled back and everything.
I'm literally dead.
Clicks, does you heal for your full healing hands, I'm assuming?
I'll throw everything at this.
All right. You
literally
throw
just
your
throw everything at me.
Including myself. I've literally jumped at you when I see this happening.
you just
I'm a grenade
you
that's
just
about to
throw
explode.
your sword like a javelin at her and kill her.
No, I dive over and I scoop her up.
Okay. Yeah. So you scoop her up, and how many hit points are you giving her?
This is a bad idea.
I can do, was it 8 times my paladin level? So it's
Nice.
72.
That's
All right.
literally almost all of my health. I have 80.
As you are scooping her up, the convulsing stops, and she goes limp. But you do heal her, and
then I
you
put
do come
72
back.
back.
Yeah, you do come back to consciousness, Sakura.
I'm just like,
I will say you now have a point of exhaustion.
yeesh. Okay, wait, where do I mark
It should be.
that?
I added it to your sheets when Mathis accidentally poisoned you
Okay,
guys.
exhaustion level. I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, a few seconds ago, you were standing up and casting Sending. A few seconds later, you don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, you are literally in Calixtus's arms.
You do remember what you received from the sending, though, Sakura.
Okay, so did I when I was seeing, hearing, whatever, learning all that, could I still feel my body, or was I
No.
mentally? Okay. Okay. So I am just
Also, I
completely
would say you
confused.
get the feeling that it wasn't sort of intentional on his part.
It was
You
kind of
feel
more
like
I can't handle that much power.
he is his no. It's more like you guess he's still scattered right now. So it was just an auto response by his scattered consciousness.
Okay. Okay.
Of whatever his scattered consciousness is feeling.
Okay. First of all, I'm gonna kind of just catch my breath and look up at Calixtus and be like, I. And then okay, let me see. I have to collect my thoughts because you told me so much stuff. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna kind of do that thing where you're you low key are feeling awkward and want to get out of a situation, but not because you're uncomfortable, you just feel really awkward. And so I'm gonna kind of scramble, sit up, and just do a little scooch away.
No, he literally, you are in his arms in the air. He is
in the air.
You.
Okay.
Yeah, he is holding you I don't know, like the adult version of a baby. I mean,
Well, in that case, I'll do kind of an awkward pat on the shoulder. I'll say, I assume something happened and you helped. Thank you.
a second ago, you got the first glimpse of him showing emotion, and it was terror, and now he rapidly goes back to stoic, and he's slightly embarrassed. He sets you down, and just says, "I'm pretty sure you died."
My jaw just kind of hangs open for a second. All right. What I saw might have something to do with that. I think. Basically, it wasn't necessarily a vision as much as it was, and I kind of stumble mid-sentence, as much as it was a feeling, a gaining of knowledge. I don't think he has recoalesced. I'll say that. It felt very chaotic and interrupted, but I got a very distinct feeling of this being Nom Nom is concerned that at some point, however soon, that I don't know, he's going to be the only thing remaining in the world again. There's something coming.
That's not ominous at all.
Yeah, no, it was real scary.
And he's just still hands on her hips, looking down, just kind of disappointed. You're just so making this up.
Was there any other information? Right. Was there any other information that I missed that you told me, DM?
You sense that whatever it is that will result in this, it's not something anyone can stop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so in other words, we can't do anything about it, you guys.
However, it's not going to happen within your lifetime at all.
Mm-hmm. So not soon, but at some point, and it's bad. It's real bad. Oh, and I didn't end up actually getting an answer to my initial question, did I?
No, but
Okay.
Make me an Arcana check.
An Arcana check?
Yeah.
Okay. Normal roll. 16, not bad.
I'd say that's decent enough.
It's fairly
You
middle of the road.
get the sense that probably being within his presence when his mind scattered and his like form scattered probably result in just a little bit of him being in you all.
Okay, so it was kind of like we almost like absorbed him via osmosis. Okay,
So,
I'll
does
relay that information.
Calixtus have the cantrip as well? Can he do
Yes.
it? Or... Okay.
Oh, even though he's saved, he can still do it.
Yeah, the save was just
Oh.
to see whether or not you took the psychic damage.
So
Okay.
were the headaches also from the same thing?
It appears to be so, as they are now gone.
Okay, okay.
That's interesting.
Curious. That was a heck of a 5-minute period of time. Bleeding from my eyeballs, foaming at the mouth, literally dying, coming back immediately. Like I always say, D&D, everybody.
Ching.